Hey guys, let me tell you how much I have been looking forward to this movie night, our little movie nights. Um, I've got my desk set up with our cozy candle and all. This is a new candle I just started. It's Bath and Body Works Acorn Lane. It's really nice. It's got like notes of like cinnamon and oak in it, I think. That would make sense anyway. So I have that. I have some of the squares of my project and the main yarn that's gonna have to get balled up probably after today. I've got my movie queued up, which is Dreamcatcher for my D movie. It is like chilly still. It's not supposed to be, but the house is chilly, so I have like my little heater going. That's one of my friends in a band, by the way. If you guys like rock music, you should check out Like Machines. That's the lead singer, Andy. Oh, there's my little Winston. But the movie's queued up, and it's Dreamcatcher, and oh, that's what I was saying. Sorry, I got distracted. But it's like really, really windy, and it's supposed to rain, and it's almost like a fog because of the mist that's coming down in the wind. It's kind of neat. Like, I would consider it kind of creepy weather for a horror movie night. But yeah, pretty excited to not be working tomorrow and spending the evening with you guys watching a horror movie and crocheting. So let's get on with that, and then I'll come back and talk with you guys about it. I couldn't find it streaming on any services. It's for rent on Amazon, but I did not find any freebies. Of course, I just showed you the cover. I have the DVD, but if you guys want to rent it, or if you happen to have the DVD or whatnot, by all means, follow along. See you at the end of the movie, guys. Hey guys, it's Heather, the Crochet Witch. Sorry, my hair looks crazy. I just got off work and I had showered before work, and then I always put it up in this one of these clippy things. So I twisted it up and put it up, and now my hair looks all like weird wavy, and it doesn't hold a curl either. So like it's in this weird in between stage of like a wave and a curl. Anyway, so this is my hashtag movie and stitch collab for the letter D. And if you don't know what that is, before I talk about my movie, it was started by Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast, and the idea was for other YouTubers to join her. The original 4 are linked down below, who had basically like joined together to start it, and then a bunch of us YouTubers liked the idea and joined in, and all of us invite you guys to join along, of course. Even if you're starting out right now, that's fine. It's just like a good reason to like basically relax and everything. Like I think I said at the beginning of this video, I was excited because I just got home. I know that I don't work tomorrow, so like I was really excited to hang out sort of with you guys and watch a movie and just like kick back and relax, and it was just nice, you know. And like I myself am doing all horror movies, which is like totally my jam, so it's something that I know that I'm gonna like, which obviously would be important. So so for me that's horror. But yeah, so that's, you know, the basic idea behind it. And we're going through all of the letters of the alphabet. I have a playlist of my own videos, but I believe Ella from No Catchy Name has a playlist of just all of the people doing it. I believe if you check hers out. My playlist I think is well, I know is just my videos, but I've got my A through current videos on there. The D movie that I picked is Dreamcatcher. It was a movie adapted from a Stephen King novel. It's one of my favorite movies, but it's one of those movies that like when people ask you what your favorite movie is, there's always a few that kind of like slip through the cracks, and later you think about it and you're like, oh, why didn't I say that movie? That's Dreamcatcher for me. Like, I love this movie. I love the book.
I love everything about this. Like, I love this movie. It's horror, but it's like, I would say it's science fiction horror because it does have aliens in it, but like it doesn't focus on the main character has to do with an alien. So it does focus on the aliens, but it doesn't focus on all of the aliens being the problem. They're causing the problem. I'm really making this more difficult, that it focuses on the humans, the human characters. I really can't explain this, I promise. It's just been a really long day. It focuses mostly on the human characters and like their side of the battle, I guess. Does that make more sense? Like, it's not so much where you see the invasion and the attacks and the jump scares, because they're already there. And it's like basically what the humans are doing about it, if that makes more sense. If I can like find my words, I would be able to do this more justice. The back of the DVD, and I will say, I don't remember if I said in my little intro at my desk when I was watching this, but I could not find it on Netflix or Hulu, or for free on Amazon Prime, but I believe, if I remember right, that it is for rent on Amazon Prime, which those are the services that I have, besides like the Disney Plus, but it's not on Disney Plus. There's no way. I don't think any movie that I've chosen I would even look on Disney Plus for. Disney, I don't think they do anything horror-y. I don't know. Anyway, but obviously I have this hard copied, and I'm sure that it's like, if you have cable, it's one of those things you could probably on demand or whatnot. But it is for rent on Amazon. The back of the DVD, like the synopsis, says, Dreamcatcher oozes with horror. Jonesy, Henry, Pete, and Beaver are bonded by friendship and by the strange powers each acquired on a fateful day in their childhood. But now a horrific entity is putting their friendship and powers to the test, and some of the four will die. Well, spoilers on the back, gosh. And some will save the world from a menace unlike anything ever seen. Suspense, heroism, awesome effects, they're all unleashed in this Stephen King tale adapted by William Goldman and his director/co-writer Lawrence Kasdan. A splendid cast headed by Morgan Freeman as a shoot-first alien hunter, powers and the eerie going-on ranging from a monster flush fest to a massive animal migration to inner mindscapes and beyond. Dreamcatcher is a sci-fi horror fan's dream come true. And it is. Like, I agree with that completely. The four main characters, out of the four, Jason Lee is hilarious, like on a normal basis, but in this movie he's serious. What is the name of that show that he's really funny in? My Name is Earl. That's what he's from. Everybody I think knows Morgan Freeman. He's not one of the four friends though. I'm sorry. I'm off track. Damian Lewis I did not know before this movie, but he's like the main character friend, and he does such a good job because he's the one that is like infected with the alien host. And he basically plays like two characters, and there's the American him, which is the guy, the person. Jonesy is the character, and then Mr. Gray is the name of the alien personality. And whenever the alien talks through him, it's like a British guy's voice. And I guess Damian Lewis, when he was going through his part, he had to, I don't remember the name of the British actor, but he basically had to do an impersonation of this other British actor to like get the part of Mr. Gray down. And then Timothy Olyphant is one of the friends, and I love Timothy Olyphant. He's in the movie The Crazies. He's in Justified. I bet most people probably know him from Justified. Justify, the movie, the Western movie or TV show. You all know what I'm talking about. I know him from the Dreamcatcher. But he's in this one. It's quite a young Timothy Olyphant too. And then Thomas Jane, which is funny because every single time that I watch this movie, I see Thomas Jane and I go, oh my gosh, I forgot Aaron Eckhart is in here. I love Aaron Eckhart because Thomas Jane is pretty similar, in my opinion, to Aaron Eckhart. I've probably seen more movies with Thomas Jane in it than with Aaron Eckhart, but I love Aaron Eckhart. Like, I love him. And every time I mistake Thomas Jane for like the first half of the movie, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, this is the guy that looks like Aaron Eckhart. Anyway. But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's suspenseful. It's, have I even really talked about, like, I know I read the thing. Basically, like, the movie kind of starts, you get a little intro to their personal lives and how they meet up with their friend in childhood, named, they call him Duddits. And when he's an adult, he's played by Donnie Wahlberg. And Donnie Wahlberg had to lose, like, I don't know, like 40 or 50 pounds to play in this movie because the character Duddits has, like, leukemia and he's dying. And it's really sad, but he had to look, like, frail and sickly. And, oh, he did such a good job. Like, I can't say enough good things about Donnie Wahlberg in this movie. His part wasn't even that big, but he was amazing. His character is probably my absolute favorite in the movie. I really like all of them. I love this movie. Well, anyway, they go on like this camping trip out in the woods in the middle of nowhere, kind of like guys' weekend, and these aliens have invaded, and there's like these aliens spread through like this really gross, like red, like fungal infection. It's like, it's on like all the wildlife, any people that are in its way, there's like patches of it and stuff on their skin. Eventually these really creepy, like you know how in the movie Aliens, the alien things grow inside of the people? These grow inside them too, but they're like these crazy eel things with like sideways opening mouths, like just full of teeth. They are nightmare fuel. Like but like, speaking as a girl who loves horror and monsters in a really weird, creepy way, they're kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of cute. Just because they're like little and, but cute in a like they're gonna eat your face kind of way. So I mean, they're not good by any means. Don't get attached to them if you see one. If you watch this movie, don't get attached to them because they're not good in any way. They have like little baby ones. They're cute. They have that going for them. And through different means, a couple of the friends do bite it. I won't spoil it and say which ones, but a couple of them do along the way. But yeah, and then there is a happy ending. Duddits actually saves the day, and he, do I want to give it away? If you don't want to know the very ending, skip like 45 seconds, skip a minute ahead, starting now. But basically Duddits this whole time has been like another alien, like a different race, and he since he met these boys as kids, he has known that they're the ones who were going to help like basically save the world from Mr. Gray and all the other aliens that were going to like hurt the world and tried to take over the world. So he like gave them all powers like when they were kids. Like they had like, some of them could read thoughts, some of them could communicate with each other. Timothy Olyphant's character, which was Pete, he had this really cool power where he could like basically draw a line in his mind and other people could see it. It was almost like like a wavy invisible line, but you could see it, and he could find stuff by doing this, and like it would point the way, kind of. It was really cool. And Duddits did all that, and then at the end you found out like he transformed into his own creature self, basically, because Mr. Gray found him. And they had like this little battle. It was awesome. Okay, you're safe if you have needed to fast forward to skip my ending revealing. Sorry about that, but I was really excited. It's been a while since I've seen this, and I was like, I had almost like forgot, because this is like one of those movies, kind of like when I said The Conjuring was, I put it on for like a comfort movie, and I ended up falling asleep to it a lot. Dreamcatcher was that for me for like many, many, many years, like many years. So, more times than not, I missed the ending because I'd be watching it in bed or whatever and just fall asleep. So I like totally forgot about the ending that I just revealed to you guys. So this is a good watch. I hope that some of you guys watched it with me. I hope that some of you guys have seen it. If you guys have, let me know what you think of it. I don't know if I'm just biased because I'm such a Stephen King fan, but I love this movie. And I love the cast, and yeah, I just think it was a really good movie. 13 minutes in and I haven't talked about yarn at all, so I am going to jump forward and talk about the trivia that I found. I didn't find a lot. Like, sometimes you'll find a lot of tidbits. First of all, the movie was made in 2003, and just to gush a little bit more about it, I was like surprised. Like, I knew it was old because I saw it in theaters with like my ex-husband, which was a while ago, but like I could not believe watching it now how good the like effects were and stuff. I know 2003 wasn't like, it wasn't like a movie from like the 40s or something, but even for 2003, these were really good effects in my opinion. So anyway, Thomas Jane, the guy that I was talking about that looked like Aaron Eckhart, who played Henry in the movie, he actually only took the role because his mom is a big Stephen King fan and she told him that he had to. And this, as much as I've been raving about it and I personally loved it, apparently this bombed at the box office. The film's budget was $68 million, and worldwide it grossed 75 million, so it only grossed like 7 million more than the budget. And I think domestically it said it only grossed like 33 million, so, which I don't understand like at all. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was amazing in the theaters. One thing I didn't write down, but apparently the director and co-writer, Lawrence Kasdan, he said that the film, due to the film being such a big flop, it actually like lost him 2 other movies that he was doing just because his name was on this movie, and that's insane to me. Like, if you've seen it, let me know if you think it was that bad. I promise my feelings won't get hurt because I know that I like a lot of stuff people do not like, but let me know because I loved this movie. I can't understand that at all. The last thing I had was Stephen King himself said in a I think it was a 2004, I didn't write that part down, a 2004 interview for Rolling Stone. He said that he wasn't that fond of the novel, mainly because he'd written it while he was under the influence of painkillers, Oxycontin, while recovering from a near fatal car accident himself. Like, he almost died. He was recovering, and that's the first novel that he wrote. And he said later on that he wasn't that fond of it himself. Which I don't understand, Stephen. I do not understand. The book was amazing. The man's a genius. I'm sorry. I love Stephen King. Anywho, moving on. So that is my D movie. I hope I haven't bored anybody with it. Now what I am doing is not anything like having to do with per movie. The project isn't. It's one big project. I have decided to do the Halloween blanket that I had intentions on doing all throughout the year of this collab. I am using, this is what's left right now, I am using this yarn as the main color, and I'm making like solid granny squares, which I have a tutorial for the way that I do it if you have never done it before, or if you're, I don't know, just curious in the way that I do mine. I will link that down below. But this is Karen Jumbo, and it is in the color Plum Copper, but it has all these beautiful like different shades of purples, and then there's just like this really like Halloweeny orange thrown in there, which is, I suppose, the copper. But I just think it's like very suiting, very, very pretty for like anything Halloween. And then I am bordering it in 3 different colors of Joann's Big Twist Classic. Well, 2 of them are Big Twist Classic, and one of them is a discontinued, it's the Big Twist Rainbow. But like, I feel like they discontinued that to make the Big Twist Classic, because they're all size 5 yarns and 100% acrylic, and they all seem to be basically the same, except for the rainbow one has just a tiny, tiny bit more halo to it, in my opinion. But I am using the colors Violet, which is like this electric purple color. And then I'm not going to take them out. They're living in my Bon Jovi bag. These are the other 2 colors, which is pumpkin and lime. This is the discontinued one. But it's very like Halloweeny colored to me. Or I'm sorry, this is just orange and lime. That's what they're called. So it's very Halloweeny and witchy looking to me, ghosty looking even, for those together as the borders to these squares. And then my plan at the end of the day is to do the continuous join. You guys know I love the continuous join. I do also have a video on that if you don't know how to do that, and are interested. This is just a ball of it, but I have a lot more. This is just Red Heart with Love, and it's just in the color black. And I'm going to use that to join all the squares down the line. But what I got done during this movie was 1 square bordered in purple and 1 square bordered in orange. I feel bad that like pretty much every week I'm just showing you guys, like, I managed to get out basically 2 squares per movie. And like I'm just sewing in the ends during the credits. So I feel bad that I'm basically showing you 2 squares, but I do have some other stuff to show you in just a second to do with it. But so there's the orange. That means I have currently 3 of the purple squares. I have 2 of the green squares because I didn't get one of those done tonight. I'll get one of those done next week. And then I have 3 of the orange squares. So those, if you can imagine them bordered in black to be joined, will be my Halloween blanket. And then I had 1 skein of this Red Heart. This is with Love too? Yeah. Red Heart with Love metallic. If I can get the, see the metallic shine right there? It's got this like iridescent shine to it. And I thought that I would look up ghost patterns, and I made several little sizes of little ghosties that I know I've showed you guys before, but I just figured if you're new that I would show you. We're just reminding you guys, I guess. But I still haven't put the eyes on these. But here's the bigger size. And I'm just gonna, I'll probably make a couple more, and then I'm still deciding if I want to make like some falling leaves or some bats or something else also. But I'm thinking where they're joined, like say they're joined and there's more squares here, there'll be like a ghost in the middle, like where they meet, or bat or whatever I end up making for them. But maybe they'll just be all ghosts. I don't really know yet. And then I'll put a big border on it. I don't know how big this will be either. I have to figure out with the alphabet, if I do 2 squares per movie, how many I want. And then I have to dedicate some time to making some more ghosts, to sewing them on, to doing the joining and the border. So this project can be all in one collab and not have to like finish it up later. But so for right now, that's the stack of them that I have. Maybe next week I'll do like 1 more square and join some, or make some ghosts or something so you guys can see something different. I don't know. But yeah, so that was my D movie, that was my projects. And for next week, I think I'm going to go back to a classic movie. And for the E movie, I am going to be watching The Exorcist. And it's probably going to scare me, but I like being scared, so that works out well, right? So, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's one I don't own, and I also couldn't find that streaming anywhere. You can rent it on Amazon Prime. The only free thing there was, I think it was called like Back to the Exorcist or something like that. It's like, it looks like a documentary, and that's free on Amazon Prime, but it's not the movie. I might just buy it because we actually don't have it, but if it doesn't get here on time, or if I don't end up buying it, I'm pretty sure my soon-to-be brother-in-law said I can borrow his copy. Hi, Greg, thanks. So, I'll be doing that one way or another. I'll watch it. So if you guys have it or whatnot, feel free to watch it with me. So yeah, that is what I've got so far. So hopefully you guys like the project that I have going on and you are interested in these movies. Sorry I droned on a little bit more than I meant to about Dreamcatcher, but I really like that movie. Yeah, so I guess I will cut this off before we get too long. I've been trying not to make these too long. But thanks for joining me. And if you haven't, make sure you click the subscribe button down below, because I have other things besides the collab. I have tutorials, I have yarn reviews, I have podcasts that I do. We do shopping trips and yarn hauls, lots of yarny goodness. So yeah, make sure to click subscribe and click the bell, and I will talk to you guys. I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye, guys.